Well, that's weird. Let's see. Okay. So, welcome everyone. We're streaming Bughouse World Championship. Sorry I was late covering this match. Our current score is 2-2. I've actually been watching the whole match, but I was in a meeting, so I couldn't really stream because I'd be streaming the meeting then. But now my meeting is done, so you can cover this. So we're all tied up 2-2. This is the challenger section. Mikey-san and jchaney versus MobilityBundle and AndrewHoy. If you've watched some previous matches with MobilityBundle and AndrewHoy, I think Mikey-san and jchaney have a perfect record so far. So we'll see if they can maintain that record versus this team. So in the challenger section, which is the same as under 2000, it is first to 11, and they're playing with a 3-minute time control. AndrewHoy MobilityBundle doing good. I saw they were practicing earlier today. These guys have played a lot together. One thing they're getting particularly good at is the speed, being up on time in their opponents, which is very useful in Bughouse. I like Mikey-san's development, but his dark squares are weak. The hole here on D6, where some pawns can pile in. I don't think jchaney's moves are very effective. This pawn move did nothing. A bishop would be good for AndrewHoy to pin the rook. I don't see a bishop as forthcoming though. Bishops are both way back here. Gonna try to make use of the knight, threatening knight at h3. So jchaney has to respond to that. A knight of his own would win the queen though. So our current score is 3-2, favor MobilityBundle and AndrewHoy. Queen trade has happened. I think that benefits MobilityBundle, who is closer to attacking because he controls these dark squares. And diagonals would help him continue to tempo this queen. Without the diagonals, maybe knight at h5 could threaten g7. You could put a rook at b3. I don't like this. This is a hole in the position where a pawn can be placed. And there's the pawn. So this threatens the rook, also threatens queen at c1. jchaney on the attack, but AndrewHoy seems reasonably safe for now. Ooh, that's mate. Queen takes, new queen at d1. MobilityBundle is stalling because he sees he's up on time. AndrewHoy is going to have to find a way to win the game. Going to be very difficult. Our score now is 3-all. Knight would be good for Mikey-san. To fork the queen and the king. Another possibility is like a pawn at h6 and try to come in. There's the knight. Picks up the queen, and he's going to continue to attack. Doesn't directly attack the queen, but now this pawn is in a better position. Like he says, going to need to make some development moves. Like he said, a queen would mate. Pawn at h7 could be good. He may have to just move this bishop somehow, somewhere. Maybe e3. Okay. Might be a good idea to sack this queen to keep safe. And that's what he's done. Jchaney probably wants a bishop. But it didn't matter because this pawn was not taken. I think AndrewHoy moved a little too fast there. So maybe knight at d7 could be a thing. MobilityBundle trying to take away these scary pawns near him. jchaney going to pick up a free queen because that's a mate threat. AndrewHoy is pretty dead, actually. Mikey-san up about 6 seconds. Doesn't need to move, but if he finds a good move, he can make it. He could potentially just get his bishop out in the castle. He could just wait, though. jchaney has a dominating position. AndrewHoy is just sacking a piece every move. Just not a winning strategy. And Mikey-san isn't really in trouble, so I'm not sure why he's stalling. I guess he's stalling because queen mates immediately. So that's just an unstoppable threat. And they're going to sit this down. This is a reason a lot of the higher rated players prefer 2 minutes to 3 minutes, because you get in these situations where you sit down the whole time, so a lot of time is wasted. There's the queen, mates in 1. Our score is now 4-3, favoring Mikey-san and jchaney. AndrewHoy and Mikey-san are playing similar openings, which is kind of weird. Oh, that hangs a pawn and a rook. Not great for Mikey-san. Oh, he did not take that the right way. I should have taken before, let the knight come in. I think he got too greedy with his pin here. Now a knight mates. Knight is pinned. Let's look at the time. Mikey-san up 5 seconds. Maybe 6 seconds. He can wait for it. And he's going to wait for it. He could throw in bishop check, I guess. Okay, that's mate. Our score right now is 5-3, favoring mikeysan and jchaney. It is first to 11. Just hangs pawn. Pawn is loose. He did not develop his king's bishop. This king will be sad. But his opponent did sack on him. Doesn't necessarily have compensation. jchaney needs to move. First thing he can do is sit, and he's defending. This helps the attack of AndrewHoy. Maybe take the... Okay, yeah, take the queen. Much better. Bishop probably mates. Not immediately, but pretty soon. Rook mates. Pawns are good. Knight takes pawn. Maybe interesting. Oh, this king is sad. jchaney's king is sad. So, AndrewHoy is up a ton of time. He's going to be able to mate for sure, up this much time. At worst, he could drop a bishop, win a free knight. But he probably has better. Maybe he's waiting for a knight or f4. Okay, gets the queen more involved. I still think this bishop move could be good. Now you gotta worry about queen at d2 or queen to d2. Supported by the knight. These pieces are lining up. What about just like a pawn check? Does that accomplish anything? I guess he's just gonna try to mate with a million knights. Maybe cycle the knight back. If he goes down, he can put another knight in. This square might be safe for him though. On h6. This is still a huge threat. Ooh, that can't be good. mikeysan runs out of time. I don't like this queen move. Rook here would have been good. Rook at c1 probably led to mate. Rook at c1 to cut off the rook. If we trade, that's fine. You can get the knight in. And if you just block it off, then the other queen enters mate. Don't really like this mikeysan opening. Don't know why people play it, but a lot of people do play it. I think your dark squares are weak. But he does need material to get in on these dark squares and does not have that material starting off. He seems to get in on Mobility Bundle pretty regularly. I don't think Mobility Bundle defends very well. The bishop's quite good for Mikey-san. Jchaney on the attack. He could consider trading queens for his partner. Maybe just get the bishop out though. Put the bishop on a better square, make your king safer. Seems reasonable. It also protects against this knight fork with the 3 knights in hand. I wonder if there's some fancy moves, like knight check. If queen takes, can you come in here? I don't know if that leads to anything, just an idea. If it were me, I would play bishop here. It just seems like the safest solution. Don't really know where they're sitting this down. A very odd decision. That indicates that both of these teams think they are the faster team. So both teams think they will win in a time scramble. One of the teams is correct, the other team is wrong. We're going to find out which is which fairly soon. Turns out the Mikey-san team was the faster one. Our score is now 6-4, favoring Mikey-san and jchaney. So AndrewHoy snagged an extra knight. Mobility Bundle getting sacked on. That's an extra bishop, assuming they defend properly. I don't like this knight move before. I think his top priority needs to be his defense, so he should have tried to get this knight out or brought the queen back to defend f8 so he could walk his king down. Now he's going to be in trouble, probably permanently. He has to shed a rook, and he's going to shed even more material. It's going to be like a pawn drop, probably. I hate this move. I guess he was down time, though. Didn't have a pawn in hand. Right now, Mobility Bundle has all the pieces in hand because there's been sacking on both boards. AndrewHoy is going to stall a bit, let his partner clean up the mess. Eventually, we're probably going to see a queen trade. Bishop takes. Knight takes. King over. Queen trade. Something like that. Or you could wait for pawns, like pawn check and new knight in. Be quite good too. But no, he doesn't wait. New knight in. Possibility. I hate that move. It just hangs a knight. Can't even knight check because the bishop can take it. So you would like to find a way to check the king and defend the rook. AndrewHoy now needs to get some pieces near his king. A knight would be good for jchaney. Whoa, that's a little bit scary. Rook mates, knight mates. There is a knight in take. Mobility bundle up a ton of time though. Mobility bundle probably should stall until his partner can clean up all this mess. Develop your pieces, drop some knights on the board to guard some squares. Maybe grab the rook file. I don't like knight here. If you're going to drop a knight, this is better because it attacks the bishop at the same time. Eventually, mobility bundle wants to play knight takes pawn. Oh, that's mate. Knight check, pawn check. Bob's your uncle. Why is AndrewHoy not playing it? Alright, and our score is now 6-5. Still favor mikeysan and jchaney. Is first to 11. That's just a free pawn. mikeysan going to be battling for these dark squares the whole game because he leaves this huge weakness through his opening. But he's going to ignore the problem and attack. Mobility bundle should find ways to defend. Knight here's good. Wins the rook. Continues the tempo. I guess he needs to worry about this queen. Eventually he may sack it. Probably wants some pawns actually. Pawns and bishops. Well, he could play queen takes pawn. Attacks the rook. Prevents the king from running. I think mikeysan is waiting for pawns, but queen takes pawn much better than waiting for pawns. Because even if you start checking a lot, like pawn check, if king just walks away and doesn't take, you still have the problem of your queen hanging. So you still can't take the rook. If we take, we could take the rook, but that may be short-lived. Maybe eventually you can get the bishop in. You take, you might want to drop a new knight here. Just keep him contained. Queen takes pawn, definitely the move though. Queen trade has happened. They traded the pawn. Ooh, we definitely can't take that. That was a huge mistake. That's just immediate mate. I think he had to walk up. So our score is 7-5, favoring Mikey-san and jchaney. I don't really understand the point of this bishop move. I would have just moved my queen there. But, I don't know, maybe just looking to get more pieces on the board. I think jchaney replaced his king's bishop, which is weird because now he has many less moves than he did before. jchaney is staying fairly safe though. It's gonna be very hard to get through this. Why aren't we taking this bishop? Mikey-san would like some material. I guess the queen would be good. If he doesn't get trades though, he's gonna start having to defend. It's gonna be difficult to defend. I like the attack by mobility bundle. So he would like a bishop, I guess. Maybe he could just knight check, king takes, take this. He's sacking his queen for the rook. Oh wow, it's not even a sack, he didn't take back. That's weird. That's mate. Our score is now 7-6, favoring Mikey-san and jchaney. It is first to 11. AndrewHoy attacking, but if he doesn't get more pieces, his attack is going to fizzle out. Maybe you take this now. Knight can't take back, or you check. If we take and take back, the queen guards. Another knight would be fun, would win a queen. Rook is also good. Going after this knight. Mikey-san is up 10 seconds. He should refrain from giving that knight. But jchaney gonna need to defend. Now even a pawn is good. Pawn at f2. Maybe the knight could come back, threaten to come in. Knight f5, possibility. He just takes a pawn. Can take that. I don't know what AndrewHoy is waiting for. Does he think the knight's going to come now? I guess he is up 1 second, so maybe it will. I think we take this bishop. And if the knight gets taken, you have initiative. That's a terrible move. Oh, now a knight mates for Mikey-san. There's a knight right here. Mikey-san up 5 seconds. How are we going to hold this knight forever? We're not. So let's take that. That's mate. Our score is now 8-6, favoring Mikey-san and jchaney. A sack for Mikey-san. And notice after the sack, Mikey-san doesn't just throw more pieces away. He makes some development moves. I assume the queen's coming down. Bishop in. Actually, bishop at h5, even better. Leaves that square vacant. And now a knight is crushing. AndrewHoy wisely stalling. If he were to move, it would be worth it for jchaney to sack the queen for the knight. It's that good. That's it. Immediately wins a rook, and you have unlimited tempo. Mikey-san down about 2 seconds. So he's going to need to go, but he's stubborn, so he might just wait it down. Queen g6 is a possibility to threaten queen f7. There it is. I like this move. Attacks the queen, attacks the pawn. Multi-purpose move. I assume we take this pawn. This king is not long for this world. Maybe queen over. Okay. Nice mate by Mikey-san. Our score is now 9-6. Hey Naruto, can we play? No. This is Bughouse, and I'm not currently playing. I'm commentating. This queen is in a bad way here. These dark squares are Swiss cheese. But still, Mikey-san always goes for the attack. So queen mates. Another knight would be good. There's another knight. Actually, knight at g3, even better. This is not as good a move. It wins the queen, but could have won the king. Mikey-san trying to throw pieces at the king, cut off escape squares. If something had taken, he was trying to threaten mate with a knight. No such luck. And now he's drawn the king out. Now a bishop would be good. Mikey-san down about 8 seconds, so he's going to have to roll out some moves. Since the king has walked away from the queen, we could just take the queen for free. Nothing is defending the queen now. That's probably the best route to go. I think AndrewHoy eventually is going to play knight check, knight takes rook, and then he can trade things on demand. He can take a knight, take a queen, whatever. And by the way, with this knight check, if king over, he could just force a queen. Knight plus, if it were mobility bundles move, a knight plus queen would mate. Knight check, if bishop takes, queen in. And if we don't take that, if we don't take the knight, just take something, just throw a queen in where the king was. I like this bishop move. Now the rook helps guard the back rank. Now it would take 2 knights and a queen to mate Mikey-san right now. Knight check, take, knight check, then mate. Okay, so now a queen immediately mates Mikey-san. Mobility bundle was not uptime though, so he did not wait for that queen. AndrewHoy can now force a queen on move. Rook in, fairly good. Is he going for the draw? Oh, they flag Mikey-san. Unanimous mate, by the way. Our score is 9-7. Favoring jchaney and Mikey-san, it is first to 11. I don't like this bishop move because it's not really pointed at anything after this e6 move. Not a great square for the bishop. If there had not been e6, instead had been e5, the pawn hadn't moved at all, then the bishop would be good. Attack in c7. Normally what I would do is move the rook over to defend. AndrewHoy snagged a free queen. Now he can save his knight. Maybe go here, attack the bishop. Go to h4. Mikey-san staying reasonably safe. I like that mikeysan is trying to get his pieces on the board. So every move you should try to get another piece on the board when you have a huge amount of pieces in the pocket. Great move. Discovered attack on the queen. We undermine the king structure. That's just fantastic. Now you can come out here, attack the queen, pawn in. Maybe should have waited for a pawn. That's okay. A sack could be good. I mean, a rook mates. Is a rook coming? Okay, he's going to attack the queen. That seems reasonable. This king is very safe. Lots of pieces around it. That's a great move. Now we take it with one of the knights. Probably the F knight, because it doesn't reveal any attack on the queen, or on the king. If you took with the bishop, this diagonal would be open. If you took with the knight, the file would be open. But this is just a free dude. So a knight mates, new knight. Potentially a knight right there. mikeysan is up time. He's going to wait and see if the knight comes. There's another possibility, by the way. Knight back creates a threat of knight in here. Another knight threat. So knight f4 I like. But maybe he's going to wait for his partner to be a little bit safer. This king does not look happy. Oh, his partner was able to take the knight. That's immediate mate. Hey, Santos. Server restart soon. Uh-oh. Less than a minute. Well, I hope this game finishes then. Our score is 10-7. Favoring mikeysan and jchaney. And it is first to 11. Yeah, I disabled the server restart messages. I mean, I got rid of them with cascade and style sheets because I didn't want them to mess up my layout. But they are still all too real. Ominous Monkey, I think Thursday nights is the standard time they restart. Like once a week, they restart Thursday night, and sometimes it's down for a minute, sometimes 10 minutes. But I think that's pretty consistent for them. mikeysan saves his queen. Don't really understand that move. I guess you're attacking the queen temporarily. And you can also take this rook. But none of them are kill blows on the other board. This is interesting. We get to take the queen, but this king still looks fairly safe. Bishop does a good job guarding these dark squares. So we could be greedy and just take the rook. He's a greedy guy. I'm greedy too. This bishop does a good job defending the dark squares. Using XML, HTML. No, just CSS. So CSS will say there's some, it'll identify some attribute where it has a sort of restart, and I just set that to display none or something like that. Game aborted. Guess that's the server restart. have been disconnected. Please wait until server is restarted. So yeah, somewhat poor timing, but usually this takes somewhere between 1 and 10 minutes. Hopefully it'll restart fairly soon. Good to see people in the chat. Hope you're doing well, Ominous Monkey and Santos. Thanks for letting me know about the server restart. So just to review, our current score is 10-7, favoring Mikey-san and jchaney. That could have been match point. But once the server restarts, this game will disappear from history because it was aborted, and they'll have to redo the whole shebang. So personally, I've been sick for the past week. I've been coughing up a storm since last Thursday. I went to the doctor today. The doctor said I have a upper respiratory infection and bronchitis. So I was prescribed antibiotics and cough syrup. And I've been using both of those. Still no signs of improvement, but the doctor said it might take 3 or 4 days before I saw any signs of improvement. So I'm still feeling miserable, but hopefully, at least in theory, on the road to recovery. Oh, you're sick too? I'm sorry to hear that, Santos. Taking cough syrup and eating soup. Yeah. I'm not really a cough syrup guy in general, but I think it's been helping a little bit. So I was tested for flu and COVID. I don't have either of those. I don't have strep throat. I don't have pneumonia. So in theory, it's just a cough and some sort of bacterial thing. Yeah, I honestly, in general, I steer clear of all medications. So like, I haven't taken a Tylenol or anything like that, any pain medication since like 6th grade. And I am 44 years old now. So in general, my general complaint about medicines is they tend to treat the symptom rather than the underlying condition. And it's often better for you to work through the symptoms. That's part of the healing process. And they also tend to have side effects, which are detrimental. But I usually like wait out sickness, but I was really worried. I felt like it was getting dangerous because my coughing spells, like at the end of the coughing spell, my throat would not be cleared. It would still be full of phlegm. So, I've heard all sorts of stories about people dying from COVID from, lungs being full of fluid or something like that. So I just wanted to get checked out. And I'm glad the doctor said it's not a big deal. But it feels like a big deal. This is the worst cough I've had in my life, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Coughing from nose drip. That's what's happening to me too. Nose is dripping down. I'm told that this is happening kind of all over the country. That this is a thing that's going around. But, I mean, my doctor tested me, and it wasn't COVID, so it's kind of weird. You've had the problem all your life. Oh, okay. This is the first time I've had this problem. Let me try reloading, by the way, or checking like games or something. I don't see like any games going on, which is weird. But the server does seem to be back. So, I don't know. I guess I could check the console to see if I'm still following. I think I was following mikeysan before. Unable to watch. That says he's not here, basically. Let's try AndrewHoy. Unable to watch. Let's try MobilityBundle. Nope. None of them are here. That's unfortunate. So yeah, I'm a pretty healthy person in general. That's one of the things I'm lucky on. Until COVID, um, like I would get a bad flu once every 5 years, basically. And like the other 4 years, I have some allergies sometimes, but like nothing bad. Like I would always recover within like a day. But COVID has hit me hard. I've already had COVID twice before, and this right here is pretty bad. Apparently, it isn't COVID, but it's kind of out of pocket for me to have this sort of thing. A normal cold. Yeah, it probably was a normal cold that just turned worse. I mean, I'm glad it didn't turn into pneumonia, but I do have bronchitis. GMs and IMs are on right now. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I see things that are not variants. When I look at variants, there's nothing. It would be sort of anticlimactic if we didn't get to see the end of this match, but that may just be the way it's going to be. I feel kind of bad that I have all these viewers watching me from the embed, and they don't see anything interesting. At least there's a Bughouse game going on. Let's just maybe watch this Bughouse game. Oh, Andrew's here. Hey, Andrew. Andrew, you're still disconnected. Try refreshing. Just refresh your browser. You should be able to go back. No, server's back. I mean, I'm watching people play. Oh, we have a match request for Blitz. Let's go ahead and block that person. Let's go ahead and decline the match. Go die in a fire. And at this point, as always, I need to point out that chess.com is 30 years behind the rest of the internet. 30 years ago on the free internet chess server and ICC, you could set a formula about the types of matches you want. Still not available from chess.com, even though it's available the rest of the internet 30 years ago. Oh, Andrew says ops are back, but you're not. Just try refreshing your browser. That would be my suggestion. Watching Pihar play. Pihar's been in the chat a lot. He got pretty into Bughouse recently. Yeah, you could try logging out and logging in again. Sometimes that helps. But, I mean, again, refreshing your browser is just my best suggestion. Queen at f1 is the threat. Yeah, Andrew, I'm sorry that I didn't observe the start of your match. I was in a meeting when it started. I was watching it, but not streaming it for the first like 4 points. So I started streaming when it was like 2-2. But it's been fun to watch. You guys are doing a great job. Santos had Chinese egg drop soup. Ooh, thanks for the recommendation. I really ought to be modifying my diet based on being sick, but I haven't really done that. I just ate the same things I always eat. Probably a bad idea on my part. Part of the problem is I'm a picky eater. Oh, that's the frequentness of the pin. So there's a lot of things that I don't eat. But I mean, there's some things I like that I should be eating, and I'm not. Like, I like salads, so I should be having more salads since I'm sick. Um, not really a soup person in general. I should be. I should be drinking orange juice probably. I used to have a smoothie regularly with some orange juice in it, but I haven't really got back on that train yet. Thank you, Rio Owen. I appreciate that. No, I don't like tea. Basically, all I drink is water. But I drink a lot of water in general. Part of the problem is, like I've been told, I should be drinking a lot of water, like right now. But water just makes my nose run more and makes me cough more. Whereas when I don't drink water, it's kind of easier to go to sleep because my nose will dry up. OJ's fine, but you need that tea. Okay. Let's see, are they on yet? Nope. I need hot liquids, not cold. Yeah, that's another problem. I drink most things cold. And for sure, you're right. I'm not contesting anything you say. I'm just stubborn, I guess. Yes, something being great for me is different from it being delicious. And I'm just kind of a picky eater. Never been a coffee or a tea drinker. Oh, they're playing? Oh, nice. Let's see. Where are they? Oh, hey, P. Harv. Thanks so much for the subscription. You enjoyed watching you play a second ago here. I don't see a game with them. I mean, let's try going in the console again. We're gonna follow Andrew Hoy. Oh, all right, you're right. Here we go. Sorry about that. It didn't show up in the game list for some reason. Okay. What just happened? Oh, Mikey San ran out of time. So our score, it's reset the score to 1-0. I don't remember what it was before, But I think Mikey San was on match point. So I think he was on 10. I forget what the other team was at. Maybe like 7. So it might be like 10-8, something like that. But it's reset the score. It just shows me like 0-1 now. I'm sure they know what the score is though. So we'll know when it's over. P. Harv stole the show with 1 game. Yeah. Yeah, P. Harv. It was taking time for the server restart to take effect. So I didn't want to just show a blank screen. So we all watched P. Harv for a bit. Yeah, Santos, me too. I like strawberries, but I don't like blueberries or blackberries or things like that. I like blueberry pancakes, just not blueberries alone. So exploiting the pin. Oh, that's a rook. I think Mikey Sen is laser focused on checkmate rather than taking free rooks. Yeah, strawberries are one of my favorite foods. In fact, strawberry shortcake is my favorite food. P. Harp, honestly, I wasn't paying too close attention to the game. Just kind of in the background while we were chatting. But I think you were playing well. Dark squares are weak. Mikey San probably wants a knight. Knight here could be interesting too. Knight check if bishop takes. Bishop check. King up. Pawn check. I don't know, something like that. Mikey San down like 8 seconds though, so he's probably gonna have to go. Might have to castle. His dark square is very weak. Santa says, I think we are brothers. Maybe. Except you drink tea and I don't. Alright, mobility bundle is attacking. Ooh, I like that sack. And now mobility bundle would like trades. There's a mate threat here, by the way. Discovered, double check. Oh, that's mate. GG. Or no, wait, it's not his move. My bad. You take the knight. Oh, his partner really wants pieces, so AndrewHoy should think about taking things. I guess he was too concerned for his king safety here. The problem is his partner just can't move unless he gets pieces. Alright, this forces a rook. Rook would be pretty beneficial to his partner. Rook check. King takes. What's next? What's the vol up? Maybe he needs another rook. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe pawn check. Then he can put the rook over here. I like pawn check. Pawn at g5. Two queens under attack. That's going to be great for mobility bundle. Mobility Bundle up about 3 seconds. He should wait for sure. Queen mates. Queen's forced. It might be 10-10 now. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure because the score reset. Oh, Mikey-san says the score is 10-9. And AndrewHoy has agreed. So 10-9 is the score. It is still match point for Mikey-san. AndrewHoy MobilityBundle are catching up. So he has to decide whether he wants to move his king this way, fall in the pin, or up. Or now there's some scary moves like pawn push. Bishop takes bishop, then knight check. Mikey-san up about 3 seconds. Still on the attack. Going to be hard for MobilityBundle to defend this, given that he's down time. Now down about 10 seconds. Queen trade offered. Obviously, this is an instant kill for Mikey-san. Mikey-san up about 12 seconds now. For sure, he should stall. Then his partner can take a bunch of stuff. Knight mates too, by the way. I don't know if one rook mates, but 2 rooks mate. There's also knight check, pawn check, knight takes rook, that sort of thing. Is the queen going to come out to play? Yep. See, all the pieces MobilityBundle has in hand aren't really very useful. So bishop here probably isn't going to be enough. This queen can come down, check here. I like this bishop move. It's going to be really hard for MobilityBundle to live. I think this is going to be game over, or match over. I think he should have moved the knight instead of putting a new one there. But this is probably still fine. He has to move this way. He can just take the rook. It's a free dude. And you could even bring this knight out and take the pawns like that. Or you could play knight takes pawn. Alright, rook in his mate. Nice mate by Mikey-san. I think that's GG's. So final score was I think it's 11-9. Final score 11-9 favoring Mikey-san and jchaney. And these were some of the stronger teams playing here. In fact, let's have a look at their group. I think AndrewHoy has played all of his matches at this point. Yeah, Mikey-san has played all three teams. AndrewHoy MobilityBundle, it lists them currently as only one match on there. This would be a second match, but I think there's a score that hasn't been put in because I think they played against Amelia Chess and Schneitz. So I believe both these teams have now played all three games. And Emilio Chess and Schneitz still need to play Felix and Tandem Dieter. So Mikey-san and jchaney would advance. I think Amelia Chess and Schneitz beat AndrewHoy MobilityBundle. So that would leave them with one win, which is not representative of their skill level. They played very well in all these matches. So if Felix and Tandem Dieter beat Amelia Chess and Schneitz, then each of the other three teams would have one win, and it would go to some sort of tiebreaker. Because there's two teams from each group that advance. Okay, I think we're gonna find someone to raid. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. AndrewHoy MobilityBundle, they are Bughouse addicts. So even though they're done with their BWC match, they're jumping back in the pool. Let's see. We could raid. Oh, hold on. Someone is playing 4-player chess. So I think that's like an automatic raid. I was thinking of raiding CL Smith, but then we saw this guy playing 4-player chess. So I think we're gonna send you guys to him. Thank you, Ominous Monkey. Yeah, I hope I get well as soon as possible because this is kind of torture. I'm just used to being healthy. Thank you everyone for joining me. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you to Mikey-san's team and AndrewHoy's team for giving us a very interesting match to watch. I'm going to send you guys to Jack the Mac, who seems to be playing some 4-player chess. Let him know that we like seeing chess variants. Bye everyone.